On January 23, 2025, President Donald Trump signed a landmark executive order in the Oval Office that heralds a significant pivot in U.S. policy towards cryptocurrencies. This executive order, titled Strengthening American Leadership in Digital Financial Technology, aims to promote the growth of the cryptocurrency sector in the United States and establish a national digital asset stockpile. The event was marked by the presence of venture capitalist David Sacks, whom Trump appointed as his crypto and artificial intelligence czar. The executive order is a stark contrast to Trump's previous criticisms of cryptocurrencies during his first term. In the 2024 election cycle, Trump shifted his stance, campaigning on a platform that embraced the digital asset industry, a move that garnered substantial financial support from crypto investors and companies. These contributions formed a significant part of his campaign funding, with industry stakeholders accounting for nearly half of all corporate donations during the election. Key features of the executive order. 1. Promotion of the digital asset industry. The order recognizes the crucial role of the digital asset industry in fostering innovation and economic growth in the U.S. It emphasizes the need for the U.S. to assert its leadership in the global cryptocurrency market. 2. National Digital Asset Stockpile. A central objective of the order is the establishment of a national digital asset stockpile. This stockpile is expected to include cryptocurrencies that have been lawfully seized by the federal government through law enforcement actions. Historically, the U.S. Marshals Service has auctioned off seized bitcoins and other cryptocurrencies, and this initiative could significantly change how such assets are managed. 3. Repeal of SAB 121. The Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) took a complementary action by repealing SAB 121. A regulation that had placed restrictions on financial institutions regarding the custody of cryptocurrencies. This repeal is viewed as a critical step towards facilitating broader acceptance and use of cryptocurrencies within regulated financial environments. 4. Protection for developers and miners. The executive order underscores the importance of protecting blockchain developers and miners, allowing them to freely develop and deploy software. It also affirms the rights of individuals to self-custody their digital assets, meaning they can manage their cryptocurrencies independently without reliance on centralized platforms. 5. Working group formation. The order establishes a President's Working Group on Digital Assets tasked with reviewing existing regulations and proposing a comprehensive federal regulatory framework for the digital asset sector. This group aims to streamline and modernize regulations to foster innovation within the industry. 6. Leadership appointments. Following the signing of the order, Trump has focused on appointing pro-crypto leaders to key government positions. Notable appointments include Paul Atkins as the anticipated chair of the SEC. Atkins is known for advocating market-friendly policies, and his nomination is seen as a move towards reducing regulatory burdens on the crypto industry. Additionally, Scott Bessent, a hedge fund manager with pro-crypto views, has been selected to lead the Treasury Department. 7. Sovereignty of the U.S. dollar. The executive order also emphasizes the need to promote the U.S. dollar's sovereignty, particularly through the support of legitimate dollar-backed stablecoins. The executive order has been met with enthusiasm from the cryptocurrency community, signaling a new era of regulatory clarity and support for digital assets in the U.S. David Sacks, during a subsequent event, proclaimed that the war on crypto is over, suggesting that the administration's new policy direction will enable America to reclaim its position as a leader in innovation. Overall, Trump's executive order represents a foundational shift in federal policy regarding digital assets, reflecting an intent to support and expand the cryptocurrency market. With the establishment of a national digital asset stockpile and the repeal of restrictive regulations, the United States is poised to foster a more conducive environment for cryptocurrency innovation and investment, which may significantly shape the future landscape of the industry. The content presents several counterintuitive points regarding President Trump's executive order on cryptocurrencies, especially in light of his previous criticisms of the sector during his first term. Here are some key counterintuitive aspects. 1. Shift from criticism to endorsement. Trump was known for his critical stance on cryptocurrencies during his initial presidency, describing Bitcoin and other digital assets as a threat to the US dollar. The executive order marks a dramatic shift in his position, promoting the crypto industry instead. This change might seem surprising given his earlier rhetoric suggesting a potential political strategy influenced by significant contributions from the crypto sector during his 2024 campaign. 2. Support from the crypto industry. The fact that crypto investors, companies, and executives contributed nearly half of the corporate donations to Trump's 2024 campaign contradicts the typical narrative of political financing, where industries often align with candidates who have historically been supportive of their interests. The extent of financial backing from the crypto sector is notable, as it implies a shift in the industry's priorities and a willingness to invest in a candidate who had previously criticized them. 3. Creation of a national digital asset stockpile. The establishment of a national digital asset stockpile from seized assets is unconventional. Typically, seized assets are liquidated, but Trump's order suggests a long-term strategy to retain these assets, aligning with his campaign promise to keep all Bitcoin holdings. This approach contrasts with traditional asset management practices and raises questions about the rationale behind stockpiling volatile assets like cryptocurrencies. 4. Repeal of SAB 121. The Securities and Exchange Commission's SEC repeal of SAB 121, which restricted banks from providing crypto custody services, signals a monumental regulatory shift. This is counterintuitive considering the historical context, where financial regulators have often imposed stringent regulations on cryptocurrencies to mitigate risks. The repeal suggests a newfound support for facilitating banking services in the crypto space, which could potentially lead to greater adoption despite previous regulatory hurdles. 5. Emphasis on self-custody. The executive order's focus on protecting the rights of individuals who choose to self-custody their digital assets is notable. In a regulatory environment where centralized exchanges have been the norm, promoting self-custody could be seen as a paradoxical move aimed at empowering users rather than traditional financial institutions. This could lead to a decentralized model that contradicts the conventional wisdom of relying on centralized platforms for asset security. 6. Appointment of pro-crypto officials. Trump's nominations of pro-crypto leaders to key positions within the SEC and Treasury Department are counterintuitive considering the previous administration's more stringent regulatory stance. This suggests a deliberate strategy to reshape the regulatory landscape in favor of cryptocurrency, which could lead to an unexpected and rapid evolution in how digital assets are perceived and regulated in the U.S. 7. National sovereignty and stablecoins. The focus on promoting the U.S. dollar's sovereignty through dollar-backed stablecoins introduces a complex narrative where the promotion of cryptocurrencies is intertwined with traditional monetary policy. This dual approach is counterintuitive, as it suggests that the administration sees potential in cryptocurrencies as a complement to the existing monetary system rather than a direct challenge to it. Overall, these counterintuitive elements highlight a significant transformation in the political and regulatory landscape surrounding cryptocurrencies in the U.S., reflecting a complex interplay of economic interests, political strategy, and evolving perspectives on digital assets. In President Donald Trump's recent executive order signed on January 23, 2025, aimed at promoting the cryptocurrency sector and establishing a national digital asset stockpile, several significant yet potentially overlooked elements can have profound implications for the future of digital assets in the United States. 1. Historic shift in stance. One of the most striking aspects of this executive order is Trump's dramatic shift from a previous critical stance towards cryptocurrencies. During his first term, he publicly criticized Bitcoin and other digital assets, labeling them as a threat to the US dollar. This change reflects not only his strategic pivot to embrace a sector that has garnered substantial political contributions during his 2024 campaign, but also an acknowledgement of the growing importance of cryptocurrencies in the global economy. This evolution indicates that political leaders may be more susceptible to the influences of industry stakeholders than previously understood, potentially setting a precedent for future administrations. 2. Creation of a national digital asset stockpile. The proposal for a national digital asset stockpile potentially derived from cryptocurrencies seized through law enforcement efforts warrants careful scrutiny. Historically, the U.S. Marshals Service has auctioned off seized cryptocurrencies, but the establishment of a stockpile suggests a long-term strategy for the federal government to retain these assets. This could influence market dynamics significantly as it positions the federal government as a major holder of cryptocurrencies, thereby impacting supply and demand. The implications of this move for market stability, regulatory oversight, and the value of cryptocurrencies cannot be understated. 3. Repeal of SAB 121. The repeal of SAB 121 by the SEC is another critical development. This regulation imposed stringent requirements on financial institutions regarding cryptocurrency custody services, effectively limiting their ability to engage with digital assets. The repeal signifies a major deregulation effort that could encourage banks and financial institutions to enter the cryptocurrency space more aggressively. This move might facilitate greater institutional adoption of cryptocurrencies, potentially leading to increased legitimacy and stability in the market. The broader impact of this deregulation could lead to a surge in innovation within the financial services sector and reshape the competitive landscape. 4. Empowerment of developers and self-custody rights. The executive order emphasizes the rights of blockchain developers and miners, ensuring that they can develop software and engage in mining without fear of persecution. This recognition is crucial as it fosters an environment where innovation can thrive. Additionally, the commitment to protect individuals who choose to self-custody their digital assets is significant. It reflects a growing acknowledgement of the importance of decentralized finance and user autonomy in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. This protection could attract more users to engage with digital assets, further promoting adoption and expanding the user base. 5. Formation of a working group on digital assets. The establishment of the President's Working Group on Digital Assets to review existing regulations and propose a comprehensive federal framework is noteworthy. This initiative could lead to clearer regulatory guidelines, which have been a significant barrier to the growth of the cryptocurrency sector. However, the effectiveness of this working group will depend on its composition and the extent to which it engages with industry stakeholders. The potential for a collaborative approach to regulation could pave the way for a more stable and predictable environment for cryptocurrency businesses, but it also raises concerns about the speed and nature of regulatory changes that may emerge. 6. Appointments of pro-crypto leaders. Trump's administration is moving to appoint individuals with pro-crypto sentiments to key regulatory positions, such as Paul Atkins as SEC chair and Scott Bessent as head of the Treasury Department. These appointments are strategic, aiming to create an ecosystem conducive to cryptocurrency innovation. The significance lies in how these leaders will shape the regulatory landscape and balance the need for oversight with the desire to encourage innovation. This strategy could lead to a more favorable environment for cryptocurrency businesses. But it also raises questions about the potential for regulatory capture and the interests of established financial institutions. 7. Global leadership in digital assets. Trump's executive order positions the U.S. to reclaim its status as a leader in digital assets on the global stage. The emphasis on promoting the U.S. dollar and supporting dollar-backed stablecoins indicates a strategic approach to ensuring that the U.S. remains competitive in the rapidly evolving digital financial landscape. This initiative could have significant geopolitical implications as countries increasingly look to develop their own digital currencies. The U.S. positioning itself as a leader in this space could influence the global regulatory framework and set standards that other nations may follow. Conclusion. The executive order signed by Trump represents a foundational shift in U.S. federal policy towards cryptocurrencies. reflecting a broader acceptance and recognition of the importance of digital assets in the modern economy. The overlooked elements discussed here, such as the establishment of a national digital asset stockpile, the repeal of SAB 121, and the focus on developer rights and self-custody, underscore the potential for significant changes in the regulatory landscape, market dynamics, and the future of cryptocurrency adoption in the United States. As the industry continues to evolve, the implications of these changes will be felt across various sectors, making it essential for stakeholders to remain vigilant and engaged in the ongoing dialogue surrounding digital asset regulation and innovation. 1. Shift in policy and industry support. President Donald Trump's signing of the executive order represents a marked shift from his previous critical stance on cryptocurrencies during his first term. This pivot highlights the growing influence of the crypto industry on U.S. politics, particularly as significant contributions from crypto investors and companies played a role in Trump's 2024 election campaign. The order's focus on recognizing the crypto sector's potential for innovation and economic growth signals an attempt to align regulatory frameworks with the interests of a rapidly evolving industry. 2. Establishment of a national digital asset stockpile. The executive order outlines a plan for creating a national digital asset stockpile potentially sourced from cryptocurrencies seized through law enforcement actions. This initiative not only reflects a strategic move to bolster the federal government's holdings in digital assets but also raises questions about the management and implications of such a stockpile. Historical context shows that the U.S. Marshals Service has auctioned off seized cryptocurrencies in the past, and the new direction could influence market dynamics and government approaches to asset management. 3. Repeal of SAB 121 and regulatory changes. The repeal of SAB 121 by the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) marks a significant deregulation of the crypto custody landscape, facilitating banks and financial institutions to engage more freely in cryptocurrency-related services. This action could enhance institutional participation in the crypto market, potentially leading to increased adoption and innovation. The establishment of a working group to propose a comprehensive federal regulatory framework underscores the administration's commitment to creating a more favorable environment for digital assets. 4. Protection of individual rights and development in crypto. The executive order emphasizes the importance of protecting blockchain developers, miners, and individuals who choose to self-custody their digital assets. By affirming these rights, the administration aims to foster a supportive ecosystem for innovation and development within the crypto sector. The promotion of the sovereignty of the U.S. dollar through the support of legitimate dollar-backed stablecoins also reflects a strategic approach to integrating cryptocurrencies into the broader financial system while maintaining confidence in traditional fiat currencies. 1. The Gold Standard Repeal 1971. On August 15, 1971, President Richard Nixon announced the suspension of the convertibility of the U.S. dollar into gold, effectively ending the Bretton Woods system and the gold standard. This decision marked a significant shift in U.S. monetary policy, moving away from a fixed exchange rate system to a floating exchange rate. The change had profound implications for global financial markets, paving the way for the modern era of fiat currencies and influencing how countries managed their currencies and reserves. Similar to Trump's executive order on cryptocurrencies, Nixon's decision reflected a pivotal moment in financial policy that reshaped economic dynamics. 2. The Glass-Steagall Act Repeal 1999. The Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act, enacted in 1999, repealed key provisions of the Glass-Steagall Act of 1933, which had established a separation between commercial banking and securities business. The repeal allowed financial institutions to consolidate and expand their operations, which was seen as a response to changing market conditions and technological advancements. This shift ultimately contributed to the 2008 financial crisis, as it enabled banks to take on excessive risk. Similar to the repeal of SAB 121, this legislative change was aimed at fostering innovation in the financial sector but also had far-reaching consequences. 3. The Sherman Antitrust Act 1890 and subsequent antitrust laws. The Sherman Antitrust Act was a landmark federal statute in the United States that outlawed monopolistic business practices. Over the years, various administrations have enacted and repealed regulations surrounding antitrust laws, reflecting shifts in economic policy and the balance of power in markets. The evolution of antitrust enforcement, including the repeal of certain regulatory measures, mirrors the current regulatory environment surrounding cryptocurrencies, where the balance between innovation and regulation is constantly being negotiated. The executive order signed by President Donald Trump on January 23, 2025 represents a pivotal moment in the evolution of cryptocurrency policy in the United States. This shift indicates a broader acceptance of digital assets and a proactive approach to creating a supportive regulatory environment. The implications of this executive order could shape the future of the cryptocurrency market, the U.S. economy, and the global digital finance landscape. Predictions for the future. 1. Increased institutional adoption. With the repeal of SAB 121, financial institutions will find it easier to provide custody services for cryptocurrencies. This facilitates greater institutional participation in the cryptocurrency market, leading to increased liquidity and potentially driving up demand. As banks and investment firms start to offer crypto-related services, we can expect a surge in institutional investments, pushing cryptocurrency prices higher. 2. Development of a national digital asset stockpile. The establishment of a national digital asset stockpile could position the U.S. as a significant player in the global cryptocurrency market. By holding onto seized cryptocurrencies rather than auctioning them off, the government could create a substantial reserve that may be used for strategic purposes in the future. This stockpile could serve as a buffer during economic downturns or be utilized to stabilize the market during periods of volatility. 3. Enhanced regulatory clarity. The formation of a working group to review regulations affecting the digital asset sector is likely to lead to more comprehensive and clear regulations. This clarity will encourage innovation and investment in the cryptocurrency space, fostering a more robust ecosystem for blockchain technology and digital assets. As regulations become more predictable, companies may feel more confident in launching new products and services. 4. Rise of stablecoins. The focus on promoting dollar-backed stablecoins could lead to their widespread adoption. As these stablecoins provide a bridge between traditional finance and the cryptocurrency ecosystem, they could facilitate easier transactions, lower volatility, and broader acceptance among merchants and consumers. This could result in stablecoins becoming a preferred medium of exchange for online transactions. 5. Global leadership in crypto innovation. With the U.S. administration's commitment to making America the world capital in crypto, we may see a resurgence of innovation in the digital asset space. The appointment of pro-crypto leaders in key regulatory positions suggests that the U.S. is positioning itself to reclaim leadership in blockchain and cryptocurrency technologies. This could lead to a competitive edge over other countries, fostering a vibrant technological landscape. 6. Protection of decentralized finance. DeFi. The executive order's emphasis on protecting blockchain developers, miners, and self-custody of digital assets signals a shift towards fostering decentralized finance. As regulatory frameworks evolve, we might see increased support for DeFi platforms, enabling users to participate in lending, borrowing, and trading without relying on traditional financial institutions. 7. Enhanced security and compliance measures. As the cryptocurrency market matures, we can expect heightened scrutiny and compliance requirements. Regulatory bodies will likely implement measures aimed at preventing fraud, money laundering, and other illicit activities. This could lead to the development of advanced security protocols and compliance solutions, enhancing consumer confidence in the market. 8. Potential for international collaboration. The U.S. may seek to collaborate with other nations on establishing international standards for cryptocurrency regulation. This could facilitate cross-border transactions, enhance the effectiveness of anti-money laundering (AML) measures, and promote a cohesive global framework for digital asset markets. Such collaboration could mitigate the risks associated with regulatory arbitrage, where companies exploit gaps in regulation across different jurisdictions. 9. Market volatility and speculation. despite the positive outlook, the cryptocurrency market is inherently volatile. Institutional involvement may reduce some of the wild price swings, but speculative trading will likely continue. Investors should remain cautious and informed about market trends and regulatory developments, as sudden shifts in sentiment can lead to significant price fluctuations. 10. Public awareness and education. As cryptocurrencies become more mainstream, public awareness and education will be crucial. Increased media coverage, educational initiatives, and community engagement will help demystify digital assets, empowering consumers to make informed decisions about their investments. This could lead to a broader understanding and acceptance of cryptocurrencies in everyday transactions. Conclusion. The executive order signed by President Trump marks a significant turning point for the cryptocurrency industry in the U.S. By fostering a supportive regulatory environment, promoting innovation, and emphasizing the importance of digital assets, the administration is laying the groundwork for a new era in finance. The future of cryptocurrencies will likely be characterized by increased institutional adoption, a clearer regulatory framework, and an emphasis on stablecoins, all contributing to the maturation of the digital asset market. As the landscape evolves, stakeholders must remain vigilant and adaptable to navigate the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead.